looking to add some new life to your book club, or maybe just looking for something good to read? Well, you're in luck, because Gwen Reyes, our literary contributor from freshfiction.com, is here with something for everyone, whether you're into history and mystery or serial killers with a twist. Welcome back, Gwen. How are you? Okay, lots of different things for everyone.
I know. It was, everybody's resolution was to start a book club, and there's always like that question of how do I do that? What do I start with?
Well, people come. Well, people want to be a part of my book club.
And the best thing is, like, when you are starting a book club, the first thing to do is to find a leader, be that yourself, and then pick the book. And don't really question if anybody's going to go along with you. Just do it yourself.
You just have to do it and commit to it.
Exactly.
Be a strong leader.
Exactly.
Even in a book club.
Exactly.
I like that.
So if that just means you sitting by yourself, that's what you got to do.
Okay.
So our first book is called Uses for Boys by Erica Lorraine Shett. This is actually a young adult book. It's a little bit darker, but it's a great book to read with your kids. So it might be a good one if you have some teenagers or high school students. This is great because it's all about a girl who overcomes a bad reputation.
Oh,
so it does.
So it's a little bit darker, meaning it's like a heavier subject?
Exactly. And it's more realistic, so it doesn't have to deal with any vampires or witches or anything. It's all real life. And it has, it's going to also deal with bullying, which I know is a hot topic issue right now, and especially with high school students.
Okay, so maybe an appropriate book for like older teens?
Exactly.
But also adults could read it along too.
Right.
Start a good conversation.
To have a great conversation with it.
I like that. Maybe you don't have to look outside your own house to start your book club.
No, absolutely. Start it in your house.
Cousins come over or something like that. Do something. I like that. All right.
And so our next one is actually called Kill You Twice by Chelsea Cain. This is our serial killer book. So the people who like something a little bit darker.
I've heard of this book.
Yes. So it's got a darker, and actually what's really cool about it is the fifth in the series. This one has a female serial killer. So it's actually, it's kind of dark, but it's also really empowering for women. I kind of feel, because it's
empowering for women?
We're taking our power back, and we have the main characters, Archie Sheridan. He is chasing a killer. So.
Oh my! Kill You Twice.
Yeah.
If that name doesn't scare you.
And that one is the fifth in the series. So if you want to start from the beginning, you can read Heartsick, which is the first one, but you can actually pick that book up anywhere.
So she's been killing for 5 books.
She has been killing for 5 books.
She hasn't been caught yet.
No, she has not. She's really getting under the thumb of Archie.
Wow. Okay.
So this one, which is called Fall Into You by Ronnie Lauren, who's actually a local Dallas author, which is really cool.
Okay.
This is for your 50 Shades of Grey like book.
Okay.
So it's a little bit saucy. It's real spicy. It's really, really good. It has very similar themes to 50 Shades of Grey. So if you really liked that, it's really well written. But it's definitely something that you might want to read with your martini and your friends.
Your heavy drinker friends.
Yes, your heavy drinker friends. You want to talk about something a little bit racier.
Know your audience when you're doing a book club, right?
Absolutely.
You know what? Yeah. You don't fight mom over to that one, perhaps.
No. Or maybe mom will be surprising.
No, my mom continues surprised in her 60s and beyond, so she might like that. All right, moving on.
So this one, The Midwife's Tale by Sam Thomas. This is actually a debut book, and it is perfect for the people who like Downton Abbey or Call the Midwife. This is about, so it's a historical mystery, and it's all about a mystery that's involving some different midwives during the 1600s.
Ooh, very cool.
So it's really
Downton Abbey is
interesting.
a very hot show right
I know.
now.
I'm a big fan of Downton Abbey.
So then this might be for them as well. I like again the texture of the books you're bringing is key, because it just depends on who you want to start.
Exactly, and I know for me, I love reading, but I also love television, and so I like having that combination of if I can find something that I love on TV and then find books that I can go and explore a little bit more and then have conversation over. It's perfect.
I love it. Great
and
job.
so in our last book, this is like when you think of a typical like Oprah book club, this is the perfect selection for you. This is called After the Rain by Karen White. It's actually just an unforgettable story about unconditional love. So it's really sweet. It's really got a really great central story about women and coming together, and it's just such a great read, and it's a perfect one if you have your wine and cheese book club, your typical mommy book club. This is the perfect pick for that.
Kind of like a Nicholas Sparks-esque
Exactly.
book. It's going to please everyone. There's no big
It's not really, it doesn't have, I mean, it's got issues in it, but it's really, at the end of the day, it's going to be a book that I think everyone will love reading.
I love that I called it a Nicholas Sparks-esque book. I don't know if Karen White would appreciate that. I'm sure she would. It's Nicholas Sparks. Okay, so maybe we haven't thought about starting a book club. Maybe we are so busy with the kids and work and whatever else that we do that we have put reading aside. How do you jolt someone's interest to maybe just start picking up books again.
You know, the great thing about all the selections is that all of them fit into, they're all quick reads and they all fit into somebody's life. You can find an hour of every day or 20 minutes to read, because you never know, if at the end of the day, if you're instead of unwinding with TV, maybe sit and read a book for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Or if you're in the carpool waiting for your kids, bring one of these in your purse with you or put it on your Kindle and you can take it everywhere with you.
Yeah, and that's a good idea. And even if you don't want people in your home or can't have people in your home or just are too busy for the actual book club, get your friends from across the country. Everybody lives far apart
Exactly,
now, right?
and do it online.
And do it online. Do it even on text or chat and say, what page are you on? Did you get to this part yet?
And that's actually something really popular in Fresh Fiction. We do have online communities that people get together and they read the books together and they talk online.
Yeah.
And it's really, really nice. And that's actually how our book club started 20 years ago, was an online group that now we're all in life real friends.
In life real friends, because you had that common interest.
Exactly.
Well, you know, just pick up a book and take it with you. You never know when you can have a few minutes to read it. Maybe in the commercial break right now.
I know.
As we
or
go.
maybe they were reading while we were talking.
I hope not, but if you were, that's okay. It was one of these 4 books. Gwen, you always bring good advice. Thank you so much for getting our book club started today. And here's the good news. A complete list of all these books will be on our website. It's WFAA.com/GMT. That's also where you're going to find a link to Gwen's Fresh Fiction website.